I'm gonna dance by myself like nobody.
The Crochet Crowd, Michael speaking.
Back away, Sage!
Dance like nobody's watching me.
So what we have to do is we have to orientate this bottom half to match the top half.
Don't really care if my rhythm's off, 'cause I'm gonna.
So good afternoon, good morning, good day to you. Welcome to the Crochet Crowd. This is only broadcasting to YouTube today. And I'm working on a concept that I have an idea for charity. And one of the issues that I have for InDesign is that I would like to create a template so that I can measure against an existing hat. So I made a hat last night. It fits like a glove. And so I wondered if I could make a template for this hat for the shaping. And so I could shove the template inside the hat and test it. But what I would like to do, because it's charity oriented for myself, is that I would like to put the pattern with the template so that it's all together as one. So kind of working on a concept to see if I can manage it or not. So I'm going to just start playing with some ideas and see what mess I can get myself into today. So I've already designed it. This time I went backwards. So I usually design I usually do it in the diagram first and then I design. And so this time I am going backward. And I don't know why it's not doing that. Oh, because it's white. So let me just do that. And so we'll see what happens and see what mess I can get myself into today. So welcome if you're around. It's only broadcasting to YouTube today. I just didn't want to go with that. I just didn't want to be on Facebook today for live. So I'm going to make my guides. And so I want to leave this guide on the template itself so that if I take the template and move it to something else, I have it. Does that make sense? I don't know. So we'll see what happens. So I need to make my, first of all, my stuff in the center. And we're going to convert these to guides. I don't know how big I'm going to need it, so I'll just do that. And then we'll make that to guides. Make guides. Okay, so when you make the guide, then you can't move it once you do that. So I'm going to start off, and this pattern started with the chain 2. So I have my master sheet that I use for that kind of stuff. So I'm going to chain 2 to start. So I'm going to just grab this guy here. And I don't diagram hats very often because the issue with the hats is that they're so simple, in my opinion. So I don't know. So this is my center point. And so the hat that I designed has, let me put that on screen here. The hat that I designed is a continuous round, meaning that there is no, I'm drawing a blank today. There's no seam lines. I don't like seam lines and stuff. So I designed this so that there is no seam lines attached. So we're just gonna put that there so you can see what I'm working on today. So the way that I did, so because it's a continuous join, I did not want seam lines. So we don't technically have a stop and start of each one of the rounds. So I was dreaming of this last night because honestly, I have no life. And I think the best way for me to tackle this thing, because it does end up with double crochet, is just to put some, just use double crochet as my concept to start here. We'll do that. And what I'll do is that I'll take out, so because it's a continuous round and it spirals, then I want to start off with some singles, halves, and then transition to a double so that it does the spiral. And you know what? I shouldn't even be working on this stuff today, but it is in my head and it's fun. And I should have cleaned my office, but I didn't. So I know, no good boy points today. So there is 12 points of the circle. So divided by 360 degrees of a circle divided by 12. And we're going to copy that around. So there is my interior that we have. So it really won't matter where this center piece is right here. So we're going to just change him out and move him forward. I just don't know how to design a spiral in crochet terms. So I'm going to just make them a little narrow, just sneak it in. And so the first 3 stitches are actually single crochet. So let's see how we do a spiral. Create spiral. Spiral. I think I did a spiral once. Did that. Okay, just stand by. How do you create a spiral? How to create a spiral on Adobe Illustrator. I need a spiral guide. Select the spiral tool. Oh, there's a tool. Okay, select the spiral tool and click and drag from the artboard and draw. Spiral tool. There, look at that. Son of a gun. Oh my God, just like, yeah, I know. Wetting my whistle. So I just need to draw this. So the segments are 10. What if I just, no. Can I draw more? Can I do more of a spiral? That's what I'm trying to determine. How to create a spiral, draw and modify the spiral. With the mouse button, hold the control key and command, and dragging will adjust the decay of the spiral. Command. Okay. Okay, complicated. Let me spiral crochet diagram. Let's see what somebody else has done. That's not cheating, it's just a matter of being practical. Oh my God, I did this before. My own stuff comes up on Google. Let me the galaxy swirl. Oh, I see it. I see. Okay. I've done this before. Yeah. So it's actually drawn as a regular circle, so we'll get rid of the spiral. And it staggers up. It's my own notes on the screen. That's so funny. Oh, never mind. I see how I'm done. Okay, that I've done. So that means that I do have to pay attention to this. So what am I going to do? So the first 3 stitches are single crochet. So we're going to get rid of that. We're going to keep the, so those are single crochet. The height of the single crochet doesn't matter. And then the next 3 stitches are half double crochet. And then the last 6 are double crochet. So it causes the middle to spiral. And this guy has to be here. So the transition to go up happens right here. Well, that's going to make my life a lot easier today. I was dreaming of this last night. Like, how am I going to do it? How? And I should have just looked at my own notes. Just got on. Interesting. So this is for a charity hat. So the transition is right here. And then what happens is that after it's in, let me just see where I put it. So it goes from the top of that stitch. I see. And hey, everybody, and welcome. MDL is in the house. That means the group is complete today. So, so let's just do a guide. Okay, this is round number 1. So we'll put everything on here on round number 1. Transform. So let's go to row 2. So row 2, so let's just make another guide. We need a circle. So it's all half double crochet once it goes beyond the first row, the first round. So I always do my guides as green because that's just what I do. And we'll move this to the guide layer. Range guide. So if it's a half double crochet is the actual stitch, the first layer should have been black, and it is. Second layer is always blue. Okay. And I have to rotate the center. So it's halfway. Actually, and then I got to do the equal points. So we go from 12 to 24 spots. So I have to, and that's always red for me. So I have to figure out where the best spot is to put that. So I'm rotating around, and Dusty is joining us today, and Silver Wolf, you're in the house today as well. So we're just going to, so we need 24 points. So a circle is 360 degrees divided by 24 points of the circle. That will give me the stitch counts. And I just need a few of these just to see where it's going to land. And we're going to lock those guides. Lock the guides because they copied with it. So we're just going to rotate the center. Right there. That is not the center. So what I'm doing is that I'm pointing this halfway between the points. And then we're going to take him and we're going to rotate him. So there's 24 of those, so 360 degrees divided by 24 points will give me the next one. There it is. So I just got to point him down. So the secret to this stuff is to make sure that, and this is row number 2, is to make sure that we are staying in alignment pretty close on the tops. Object, transform, move to current layer. So we just got to move the base of these guys over to point. So wherever it's pointing to is the stitch that you're doing it into, if you're not familiar with this kind of stuff. So there's 2 in there. And now we're going to rotate that guy around. So now 2 equals 12 going around the circle. So 360 degrees divided by 20 or 12, because there's 2 in those. Copy. That was row 2. I don't know why the guides are doing that. And we're going to save this as charity hat template. Do you want to replace it? Yes. So it comes around, and then at the end of this, we go here. So there is row number 2, there is a line. So we go here, 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 and here. And that represents going in a spiral. And we're going to make this guy, we have to change the shape of the line. So we want a cap ending, and we want dash, and we want the dashes to be much closer together. And I also want the dashes to be green as a highlighting point. So you come around here, you come and start up here. So that's going to be a commonality here. Okay, so let's move on. And so that was round number 2. Round number 3. Let's create a layer 3. Layer 3. Is going back to black. So I have to be conscious of when it comes back around. So the first stitch out. Oh, Wendy's messaging me. Hang on. Oh. If you're online, Wendy, I'll check that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're now layer 3. Let's make sure this is on the right layer. It's not. So we're going to move that to the layer before we do anything. Select to the current layer. And so it's 1/2 double crochet in the first. So we're going to put this right here. We're going to make that one bigger. The guide. Get rid of these guides out. Consumer doesn't see that. Good Tunisian. I've been playing a lot with Tunisian, Michael. You'd be proud of me. Even diagramming, Michael. I know. I'm not too much of a fan of Tunisian. I don't hate it, but I don't. It's got its point. It's got a purpose. But anyway, the Warp Tunisian, I became obsessed with it. It's been pretty fun, actually. So there's 36 stitches this time, so we're going to copy just 3 only. Oops. Okay, we're going to try that again. Diagramming Tunisian is why I lost all my hair. Oh, please. You can tell you're on my side of the fence. Dramatic. Oh my God. Okay. He's here all day, folks. Actually, the diagramming of Tunisian is simpler than this stuff, and I say that in a nice way. Yeah. Okay, got that. Oh, okay. Wendy's good. Wendy and I communicate through text messaging. Okay, we're going to so there is 12 of these, so 360 degrees divided by 12 of those. Command D. Why are the guides doing that? Lock guides. Well, now they're locked. Command Z. Oh, Command D. Shoot. Try that again. Okay, we're going to lock the guides first. Lock guides. Okay, so there's 12 of these guys. It's simpler, but creating the symbols is my issue. I actually thought about doing a workshop just for how to do diagram work on Adobe Illustrator, but then my senses came into power that I think most people don't care about that stuff. So I'm going to move this guy up. And that's 0.75. .75 is the secret number for my shapes. It looks the cleanest. Just gonna move that a little bit closer. closer. Okay, so that was round number 3. So number 4 is back to blue. I don't use half double crochet very often in patterns, but I did this time. So that was number 3. Let's just check it off my list. Now to keep the hat, actually there was a great question on this yesterday. I noticed on social media, a woman's hat's wasn't on our channel, but it was on somebody else's. And so I didn't comment to it because it's not my business. But anyway, she was commenting that that her shaping is not turning out properly. And so anyway, so the answer is to do that is to stagger the beginning. So what I'm doing here is I'm staggering here. So before we started with 1 half double crochet, then 2. So then this time, because I'm staggering it, I'm going to start off with 2 and then 1, or 2 and then 2 by itself. And the reason for that is that you'll get a better shape of your beanie if you do that. If you change the starting knot always to start the same kind of way. But I'm sure most of you know that. So 48. So we need 48 of these things. So you like using the diagrams. So the diagrams, I'm really insisting on the diagrams, I think. And the reason for it, honestly, it saves my butt. In the sense that I can have people all over the world use one of my patterns because it's diagrammed. So the first stitch has 2 into it. And then the next 2 are by itself. Okay, so this was layer 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and let's rotate that around. There's still only 12 segments of that going around. I'm doing everything today but clean my office. So if you follow me personally on Facebook, you know it's a wreck. It's like my brain. Wreck. Okay, so it was 12 of those going around circles. And number 5 is when it stops growing, and then the crown of the hat takes like 3 to 4 rounds before it starts shaping around the top of your head. So people get the hat so big and then they start trying to shape it. And yeah, so if you make the diagram and mirror it, will you automatically work for lefties? You don't need to you just have to follow it around, Susan. So for example, you'll still read it the same way, you're just working in a opposite way in your hands. So there's no there would not be a need to do this for lefties. But if you were insisting, because honestly at crochet diagrams, you read them in one direction and then go up and then read in the opposite direction. So you are technically reading it back and forth. With the circles, crochet diagrams are always, generally speaking, oh my God, I got to get the damn ducks done too. Generally speaking, they're always rotating in a counterclockwise position. And so if you ever follow Yarnspirations, it's always counterclockwise. If you get too close to a shape, it tries to join it. There you go. So that represents following it up. So the one time it helps is, yes, going back and forth because I get confused and I have to stop and think about it. Yeah. Well, Susan, you're smart. I still got to do your ducks. It's still on my list. Actually, you know what? Let me write a note for that because I got to get those ducks done. The damn ducks. I'll leave that right there. Gotta get the damn ducks done. Okay, so number 5, let's create a layer for that. Layer 5 is the last time it grows. And it will be black. Do people with color blindness actually, can you tell the difference between black and blue? I don't even know. If I copy and paste it on the layer that I want, then I don't have to adjust it later. So number 5 is 1/2 double crochet in the first 3. And then 2 into the next. So Susan's got to get back to work. Susan's is with me on a crochet cruise in a week or so. Are you on the first cruise or second, or are you on both? I haven't been paying attention to the attendance list. I kind of always get surprised when I show up at the hotel and people are like already there. Depends on the colorblind. My husband is colorblind, but he can see the difference. His issue is reds and yellows. My friend actually works for Google and he has color blindness and he had to work on a color testing. So he has a program that can tell him what the information is, even though he can't physically see it. And that's got to be tough. So there's now 60. So when I first designed this particular hat, it was way too big by 1 row. So I had to frog it back out and stop at 60 stitches in the round. I had it 72 the first time I tried to design this one. And it just looks sloppy. So you know what, as a designer, you can't just accept answers. Sometimes you just got to frog your work and retry, which is what I did. 360 divided by 60 stitches, copy, oops. So it was 3 and then 4. Oh, Wendy's here. Wendy, I thought you were going to sleep. Your dog told you to go to bed. Yeah, you would have fun on the cruises for sure. I'm really, really fortunate that we have great people that travel with us. We're known for being quite rowdy on the ship though, just because we may be carrying yarn, but we're not dead and we have a good time. Oh, she spit her toy. Oh, I didn't know she spit her toy. We were just at the vet with Salty. So he's not like puppy dog where she's just stubborn as an ox. She won't go in the place, but he was getting his vaccinations. So there's still only 12 of these, 360 degrees divided by 12 of those. And that will take me around. that was layer 5, yes. I'm going to make him a little bit more dashy. We'll make him a 2. 2. And 2. Okay, so that was round number 5. Round number 6 is now going to be the continuation right till round 20, so we don't have to really do much there. So round number 6 is back to blue. And so this is when the hat, so it takes about 3 or 4 rounds before the hat starts to actually ball up to a beanie. So you think you're done. Like as far as you think it's going to be the right size, but it's not. So it takes several rounds to get there. I'm just using that circle to get the alignment to look pretty decent. It's all just guesswork. The secret is to make sure that the bottom is pointed right exactly where it needs to be. So there's 60 of these guys. So 360 degrees divided by 60 of those. So there's not a group of them. Copy. They're all individuals from this point. And I'm just going to put one more round just to illustrate the point that it's just one on top of one. Layer 7. Move him up one more time. Layer 7, let's grab a black. Okay. I noticed that, Wendy, just so you know. I know you're going to message me about something, because I can see it on my updating. Mm-hmm. Hang on. I just got invited to dinner. Just hang on. The Stitch group usually goes for dinner. She's going to Rosie's for supper. I don't know where that is, but I can't go anyway. There we go. I'm really fortunate. I have a really good Stitch group here, like really good people. Okay, we're going to rotate this. So this will be the last round before I'm going to move on to my next part of my concept. So 360 degrees divided by 60 of those, and this will be the last. Okay, and then on the last row, we come around and we stop here, but then I want to slip stitch into the next 2 stitches after that to bring it to conclusion. And I'll put a note on the pattern for that. So we're going to hide the guides. And that's the pattern. So what am I missing? I'm missing letters and information. Let's just grab some information. So I use existing stuff and I just make a new file. And we're going to put this, I'll put that in the beginning row. So I had to go get my haircut today. It's just for the cruises. Oh, shoot. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, that's the last. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. And then I'm going to say last row. Last round. Okay, I'm going to put an R. We don't normally do that, but I'm the creator of my destiny today. Okay, let's see if we can grab a stitch key. Let's record what we got going on here. So stitch key, I need some stuff. Oops. So there is half double crochet. There is single crochet. The stitch keys are always black. I don't know who makes up those rules, but that's what it is. And we also use double crochet. And we also used a slip stitch. Just for space reasons, I'm going to just make them shorter. And we're going to line these up so they're completely centered with each other. So we have slip stitch. Slip stitch, chain, single, half, and double. Half, double. I think I'm going to break another rule. I think I'm going to put an arrow in. I'm going to put two more things. So I got to put this guy here. To make him smaller. Continuous round. Continuous round. And you know what? I also want to put the R in. So I'm going to put that as a repeat. Repeat. And I also want to put in an arrow. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do that. And I'm going to repeat, follow, counter, clockwise. I think there's a space between clockwise. Let me just check. Clockwise. Is that one word or two? Clockwise. It's one word. Has Daniel seen the rooster yet or heard the rooster? Nope, he has not. I'm dying for him to hear it though. So for those that are not following my personal profile, we have chickens and they're finally of age that they're starting we only have one rooster out of all of them, which is a shock in itself, but okay, so now what do I need to do? So I want to make a template that I can slide inside the hat. So let's just put a line and see what happens. So let me do the I'm live, just so you know. Why not? Oh, Kristen. Oh, yeah, you met Kristen.
Okay.
She asked if you heard the rooster yet.
What?
You heard the rooster yet? You heard your little rooster?
No, I haven't heard the rooster. Nope. It's kind of shy around me.
I only heard it because Salty approached him, but I was like far away.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do a shape. Daniel, does the shape of the line matter? Like, does the thickness of the line matter?
What's that?
Does the thickness of the line matter?
I think it's 0.5. It's somewhere around there.
The
Yeah.
the color of the line doesn't matter though, right?
No.
Okay.
Do black or something. Or...
Okay, so he's got to be 9 inches apart. So we want to copy. Okay, so what I'll do is I don't know how to do that. So what I'm going to do, and we have Maryland in the house today, and Kadiana does arrows on our charts. I try to keep mine pretty consistently with the rules. So this is in the Y position. How long is the line? The height is 6.5 and I need 9 inches. I'm going to move these guys down. And the width has to be is 9 inches. Huh? What are the chances of that? So we know that's 9. We're going to get rid of this guy out. So it's 9 by 9. And we're going to take this guy and put him over here and we're going to join them together. Did you ever why your screen can? No, I didn't figure that out. I had to reset my computer though. I was having issues with my keyboard stopped typing. So I thought I was out of batteries, but I wasn't. Okay, so this is the width of my template. Want to join them together. Okay, and we are going to and the other one I'm going to join. I don't know why it's doing that. So does the shape have to be joined all the way around, Daniel?
Is it what?
Does the shape have to be joined all the way around?
Yes.
Oh, shit. Okay. If I know it's 9, we'll do 9 and lock it. 9. Okay, I don't want that one. I want 9. Oh, that's the radius. And 9. So it happens about 2 inches up. Nine inches. Sweetie, if you're taking 9 inches, I'll tell you. Three. Okay, so now I need to do an arc from this point to the top. So I need to hit this point to the arc. Okay, that's not going to work. Do you know how to create an arc, Daniel?
What?
Do you know how to create an arc?
What?
You know how to create an arc?
An arch?
An arc. So I determined that from this line here, it will arc starting at this point and arc into the top, but it's a nice arc. It's not just like goes right there. Should I do it as an ellipse?
Where?
At the end of this line?
Right there?
No, that red line.
I can't see the red line. Oh, right there? Why did that do that?
Because I probably drew it in that.
Okay, push escape. And then push. Push. Control Z.
Control Z, you're Canadian.
Mm.
So I need to get this arc. It's almost kind of flattish at the top before it arcs down.
Did you do this tool?
Yeah, that's what I just pushed. No, I tried that, but I don't know how to use that. That's why I asked you. Do you know how to do an
Oh.
arc?
God, I would use the pen tool.
Okay. Oh. What am I going to do? So let me just take a measurement of the top. It's about 3 inches. Say that's 3 inches. And we're going to align to the center. And so the arc then becomes I'll just go this way. I'm just going to move it here, see what happens. We're going to take that and we're going to reflect it. That did not work. Get rid of Oh, that's tedious. Looks like there's 2 lines there. Okay, we're going to reflect. Daniel, you said that if it's not grouped, like can do the lines need to be grouped?
What's that?
Do the lines need to be grouped or just ungroup them?
Well, what lines are you talking about?
So I'm making the template for the hat,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So this is one line here and this is another. Does it need to be together or does it matter?
It doesn't really matter. When the thing cuts it, it's gonna cut it, but you might actually have a problem. Might just stop at a certain point.
Okay.
Like it might not cut fully.
I guess we just
But do you know how to do that?
What?
Join the lines?
I do,
Okay.
but it doesn't look good. Join.
What do you mean? Yeah. Okay.
Oh, see, that's what happened.
I'm sorry, what?
So I joined this side.
Okay.
So how do I join up here instead?
You should.
Up.
Okay. I'm making cedar shakes.
What's that?
I'm making shakes.
Oh.
Roof shakes.
So anyway, Daniel, I want to put this symbolism on it, right? On the template. So this will be engraved.
Oh, that would be engraved. Okay. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
And the logo for Everyday Stitch, we just throw it in there somewhere?
Yep.
And we'll throw some in. So this is going to a laser cutter.
I'll see you later.
Okay.
Bye. Bye.
How do I send this file to you to trust it?
Oh, shoot.
Did you get your email out there?
No, I don't have the email out there.
You get it on your phone? Oh, you got to put it on the drive? Or
It has to go to my iCloud.
I'll call you when I'm ready.
Just send it to my phone because I can put it in my iCloud on phone. Just send it through me, Messenger. I'll figure it out.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, we're going to look at the Everyday. So this is for the new company. I shouldn't say new company, Everyday Stitch. This is for the new website. I'm creating a template for it. There's the new logo. So I'm going to move, oops. So anyway, the new logo represents, it's a bunch of people. So the original Crochet Crowd logo, if you've ever seen it, was kind of, let me just see if I can find the original Crochet Crowd logo. The original Crochet Crowd logo was developed by Daniel, the Crochet Crowd logo. And anyway, this is before either of us had skills. Let's see if it's on, I've seen it online. Oh, there it is. So we, honestly, it was pretty pathetic because we never had skills for doing what I'm doing now. And let me just post it here. So then the original logo, and actually somebody's selling this to put on a t-shirt of all things. It's not even me. So this was the original Crochet Crowd logo back in 2010. And anyway, so what we did is that the original had upside down exclamation marks. It was just in a weird font, but we thought it looked like people waving. So what we did is we did a multiple color for that to represent diversity. And then the ball of yarn is what brings us together with the crochet hook, but then encompassed by a circle of community. And that's the original Crochet Crowd logo. So what we wanted to do with Everyday Stitch is to kind of have that connectivity once again. And so it's the connectivity of people gathering in a circle. It's with surrounded by yarn in a warm cup of soup or a cup of tea, followed by the top of the cup that you see there. So the topping. So because we're all kind of underneath the umbrella of community, and then the rays of sunshine of just a brand new day. So Everyday Stitch. And so this is what our logo was. But interestingly enough, and I'll show you something else with this new logo. Let me just show you what happens. So it actually represents two things. If you flip this logo, reflect, it looks like a pair of glasses, right? So it kind of represents the idea of your host is wearing a pair of glasses. So anyway, so Everyday Stitch is meant for the everyday crocheter. So this will be engraved on top of the template. So I'm pretty excited about it. It's still, the new website looks amazing. I'm pretty excited about it. So I got to leave some instructions for the crocheters here. So this is going to be on a 10. So I can probably, I got to leave some instructions. So my goal is that I can give this template out and then people can follow the pattern if they know how to read diagrams, and then use it to measure to make sure that the hat fits using the template. So it's kind of a gift idea. So anyway, continue 6th round. Repeat 6th round. Let's just say 7th to 20th rounds. Repeat 6th round. And I think men's, I think that's a men's option, because this is an adult hat, and I think and I don't mean that in a gender kind of way. It's just humanity. It's just our bodies are shaped differently as depending on our. And ladies, I think, is just a little bit shorter. Ladies to the 18th. plays to the 18th round. Optional, we'll put an option, optional. Put that as bold. Optional is bold. Stop. So what other information does the crocheter need? So they're going to need, as long enough. Okay, so what else are you going to need? You're going to need the gauge for this hat. Just post some stuff. So the hook is 5mm. So the goal is I could just hand the template, they have the pattern, as long as they know how to read the diagram. 5mm, the gauge is 13 half double crochets and 10 rows. Oops. Just double checking that gauge. Yeah, that's right. Size is average. So we're looking for medium ply. Number 4, medium ply. Let me just verify that. No, it's number 5. It's number 5. Bulky weight. Bulky weight. So I'm not going to suggest the yarn. I'm just going to keep it neutral. Therefore, the template will never be out of sync if I don't call out the yarn. And what size lettering is that? That is 9.25. So let's just say it's 10. And this, oh, and I know how many yards this thing takes too. Bulky weight, it takes, oh, I don't. I know how many meters it takes. So it takes, uses 43 grams. And 82 meters. Or, just in case anybody has leftover yarn, so let me just do the conversion. 43 grams equals how many ounces? 1.51 ounce, 1.5 ounce. And then how many meters equals yards? 82 meters equals 90 yards. So will the members try to get this first, or did I miss this part? This is going to be a template, an actual on wood. I'm going to print it here at home and see how it looks. I think the logo can be a bit smaller. And go from there. So I'm just going to center that logo out. The color of the writing doesn't really matter. And I think I want an inspirational saying on this thing. I'm going to look at Canva. File, new. Design. Let's do a design. Create a new design. Let's just create a new design and let's just do an inspirational saying. So let me just take a look at one and then I can just plop it on there. So I have a license for this stuff. It's part of the expenses of the Crochet Crowd. Inspirational saying for charity. Inspirational sayings. Looking. I'm just going to do a charity saying and see what comes up. It's got to speak to me or I won't put it on there. I always say, be the difference you want to see in the world. One saying I'm using right now is okay not to be okay. Oh, I used that saying last night. Sorry about this, every journey saying. How about Stitch saying? No, Crochet saying. The word pasta comes up. Yarn saying. Oh, I could put a yarn ball. Download. Okay, let me put a yarn ball in there. I like the idea of that. Maybe it should be a crochet hook. think I used that one. Like this is intended for donation, this whole concept. I'm gonna get rid of that. And let's just get rid of all the rest of the stuff here. Okay, I'm back. Did someone say gutter? Okay, whatever. With every back comes, so I'm kind of cheating a bit. I'm using Canva with established graphics, so it makes my life a bit easier. I know, pathetic. So I think this is my template. Okay, we're going to hide the guides. Okay, and now we're going to send this out to Daniel and see what he can do with the cutter. Export as SVG. Okay, so I'm going to test that, see what happens, test it to see if it's the right shape, and I guess that's it for now. So we'll see you all later. Thank you for kind of keeping me company here as I'm working through a concept, and I really do got to clean my office. It's now 2 o'clock my time zone, so I better move my butt soon. That's it for now. We hope you enjoy.